Hi there, my name is Adam Protextor, and today I'm going to explain how Night of the Living Dead has 3 legitimate franchises that all stem from it. Not a lot of people know this, but there are 3 franchises that are all perfectly legitimate. Well, one is kind of on the edge, and here's the explanation. First of all, you've got the classic Night of the Living Dead, okay? When this came out, it was produced by George Romero and John A. Russo. John A. Russo and George Romero had a dispute over who owned the rights to this. It ended up being the case that George Romero got the Dead name where Russo got the Living Dead name. Therefore, Romero went on to create Dawn of the Dead, which in turn created Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, Survival of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, etc. That's Romero's. That's one franchise. However, the Living Dead moniker passed to Russo, who went on to partner with Dan O'Bannon to create Return of the Living Dead in the 80s. Return of the Living Dead is a movie that treats Night of the Living Dead as a movie and suggests that these are the actual events that happened. This is the real timeline. Part of their dispute, but this movie acknowledges Night of the Living Dead as a movie, whereas Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, etc. acknowledge it as the world that those movies also take place in. The third franchise comes from the fact that Dario Argento helped Romero script edit Dawn of the Dead. And he also edited the Italian release of it with a new score and a slightly tighter runtime. This was released in Italy under the title Zombie, Z-O-M-B-I. This movie was incredibly successful in Italy and led to a franchise of knockoffs. The most notable and famous being Zombie 2, which is often known as in the US as just Zombie. This is Lucio Fulci, and after he made this, a slew of imitators carried on the name with Zombie 3, Zombie 4, Zombie 5. That was the Italian franchise. So to sum up, Night of the Living Dead begets both Dawn of the Dead, which was released in Italy as Zombie, which ended up having its own franchise in Italy as the Zombie franchise, but at the same time, John Russo took the rights he had to Living Dead and made Return of the Living Dead, and that is how you have 3 franchises that all came from one public domain movie. You should watch them all.